Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy, my husband is Paul, and we're an early retirement, debt and mortgage-free couple living in the state of New York. And our videos basically show you how to have a full, abundant life while spending less money. Today's video is just filled with just some money-saving tips and hints that we have been doing lately. And we kind of made a little compilation and we figured we'd put them together and show you. We're going to be cloning some tomato plants. We've never done this before, so we thought we'd show you how we did it. We're going to be showing you a quick ShopRite haul that we just did because this week's sales at ShopRite were so good. Their loss leaders on stock up items were great, so we're just going to show you a quick haul from ShopRite. Then we're going to show you something we have never done before. We went into Dollar General and found some penny items that we're going to share with you. And then finally, we're going to transform a couple packages of hot cocoa mix into a delicious brownie cake dessert. I don't even know what you want to call it, but this was a 5-star recipe. So we ask you to sit back, relax, and just enjoy these money-saving hints and tips. The first thing we want to do is take you outside to the garden. So many of you told us to take those little sucker plants that are growing in between the two stems of our tomato plants and put them in water and root them. We're going to show you just how we did that. This was totally new to us as well, but you all give us such great hints and tips, and this was one of them. So let's get out into the garden and we'll show you what we did. I had showed you in an earlier video how I pull these suckers out between the two stems just to produce more fruit, and it takes energy away from the plant. And so many of you said, put it in water and start a new plant. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pick this little guy right here gently with my nail, and I'm going to put him in a glass of water. And we'll check on him in a couple days, see if any roots are forming. And then we'll plant them and see if we can get some extra tomato plants. I'm going to walk around to the other plants and see if there's any more of them. This is my little invention to help them root. I took just a little measuring glass and I took a piece of tin foil, popped 3 holes in the top with a toothpick so they would go right in, because I pick these relatively small. Now, of course, you can wait till they get much, much bigger, but I said, let's just try this and see if this works. And this has been several days now. As you can see, I just put the tinfoil over the top because they're tiny and I don't want them to fall through. So we're going to give these a little bit more time. I'll keep showing you, but I am definitely seeing this working. So that is a really great tip. Thank you. And for anybody who doesn't do this, try it. This is a way to get a bunch of free tomato plants. And it's all about saving money and growing our own food. Once they have substantial root, then we will plant them in soil. But for right now, I'm just going to baby these and see if it works. I just picked 2 more from outside and put a hole in the tinfoil with a toothpick and put them in as well. Now, when it does come to replant, you don't take them and pull them out of the tinfoil because that will hurt the roots. So what we'll do is we'll cut around the tinfoil and remove them carefully. So we will definitely keep you posted on how they are doing. I think this weekend they're going to go into soil. So this is going to be fun. And hey, that's a bunch of new tomato plants we have for free. So just a great tip there, and we thank you. So now we're going to go into ShopRite real quick, and we're going to show you the haul we came out with. And also we're going to show you the Acme Saturday sampler from last week that was just amazing. If you have an Acme, and I think Albertsons is part of the Acme family, check and see for their Saturday sampler. It is a completely free item that they give away every week. Well, I really shouldn't say every week because once in a while they do skip a week, but we have gotten almond butter. We have gotten free pizzas, dried fruit. We have gotten trail mix, nuts, tons of free items from their Saturday sampler. So if you have an Acme Bayou or an Albertsons, look into the Saturday sampler. So we're going to just show you these two little hauls we picked up. Let's turn the camera around. So we're just going to show you a quick little ShopRite haul we did today. First thing we bought were romaine hearts. This package, I just weighed it, is 1 pound, 10 ounces, and it was $2.50. So that worked out really well, and they were beautiful. I looked at the loose romaine, and the outer leaves were just ripped and torn. They looked inedible, honestly. So this was really a much better way to go with the hearts because we can use every bit of it. I bought 2 bananas, and they were 59 cents a pound. The Bumblebee solid white tuna, which is the best tuna, I think, were $1 a can if you bought 5 cans. So, of course, we bought 5 cans, and we're going to put them in the pantry at $1 a can. For solid white tuna, that is a very, very good stock-up price, and we get it in water. Now, Colgate Total. You know this is our absolute favorite toothpaste. They were $2 a box. So that's $4 for 2. And then ShopRite gave us a $3 off digital coupon if we bought 2. This box was 50 cents and this box was 50 cents. And if you saw our haul not too long ago, we had bought a bunch then. We do have some extras in our stockpile, and I think we were just talking, we're going to give some to the Midnight Run, which is an organization in our church that heads down to New York City and they feed and clothe the homeless. So this would be great to give out. We also picked up a dozen eggs. They were $2.50 a dozen. And right now, that is a pretty good price for this area. I have 2 dozen in the refrigerator, but the way the price is climbing, I figured let's just get them and put them away at $2.50. Folgers coffee, $1.99 for the 9.6 ounce can. You were allowed 4 and we bought 4. Paul really likes this. So that was a great, again, pantry stock up item. And our Jimmy Dean bacon, again, this week was $2.99. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy Dean bacon, but hey, Jimmy Dean people, thank you. It's not a full pound, it's 12 ounces, but still $2.99, great price, and it looks really nice. So these 4 packages are going in to the freezer with the rest of our bacon. So that's it, just a small, simple haul. It's all really good stock up items that we can use. Acme's Saturday sampler this week was gluten-free cauliflower crust pizza. They were 100% free. We don't get charged tax on food here in New York. My son didn't want his because it said cauliflower crust, and he was like, I'm not eating that. So he very generously gave it to us, but he'll eat it if I make it. So we got a margarita and a 3 cheese for free. So there are deals to be had out there. We just have to be on top of them. We have to be diligent and we have to be alert. So this was a great Saturday sampler. Now on to our Dollar General penny deals. Let me explain what this is. A viewer months ago had told me about this, and I wish I could find out whoever it was, but thank you. I never really followed through and looked into what these penny deals were at Dollar General. But the other day we had to go near a Dollar General, and I said to Paul, I'm going to look this up on YouTube, see what these penny deals are. Well, lo and behold, there are a ton of YouTube channels that deal exclusively with Dollar General penny deals. Now, what are the penny deals? Basically, they are items that have clearanced out, meaning they have gone to 90% off and people still haven't bought them. So now, if you find them in the store, they ring up for a penny. And we decided to go on a little treasure hunt and look for some of these items. Now, these YouTube channels that deal exclusively with the penny deals at Dollar General will give you a list, usually on a Sunday or Monday, on what to look for your penny deals. And the penny deals start on Tuesday. So we checked on Monday, saw what was out there, and we figured, let's give it a try. We're going to go to Dollar General and look. Before you head into Dollar General, download the Dollar General app. In that app, there is a scanning tool. And you basically go into Dollar General, open the app, go to the scanning tool, and you scan the barcode of the item. Lo and behold, it will come up a penny if it is a penny item. You just go to the cash register, ring out, and nobody even blinks an eye. I said the cashier is probably going to say, wait a minute, these are just a penny. Nothing. It was like they were used to it. Now, I know that every single one of the YouTube channels that talks about the Dollar General penny app advises you, please don't ask the employees where they are, because they may not know and you don't want to bother them with something like this. It's basically a treasure hunt for you, and you don't want to trash the store, which I know none of you would do, looking for these items, but you want to be respectful of the store and the employees and just scan the items that these channels tell you will be a penny item come Tuesday. That's all there is to it. So I am going to turn the camera around and show you our 5-cent Dollar General haul. Here you go. Okay, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we have driven up to the Dollar General store, the one closest to us. We heard about some penny deals, and we're going to go inside and check. So come on in with us. Okay, so far we are doing really well. Look at this plush, gorgeous throw that came up a penny. We found some microwave popcorn for a penny. We found some cups of pineapples for a penny. And we are still looking. So we went into Dollar General with the app on our phone, as I explained earlier. And this is what we came out with for 5 cents. 5 pennies. So the first thing was microwave kettle corn, a penny a box, and it's good to November 15th of 22, both boxes. Emmy, you don't have a microwave. There's no problem. Did you know that you can open a bag of microwave popcorn and cook it right on the stove? And we're going to try an experiment and see how good it comes out if we do cook it on the stove. Then there was this full queen plush blanket, a penny. This was, it's not marked on here, it was marked in the store, $28. I would never have paid $28, but for a penny, you have to feel it. It is the softest. Now we can actually put this on the guest bed as a blanket. We can use it as a throw. It is the softest plush I have ever felt, honestly. So that was a penny. And then we got 2 of these little pineapple chunks in light syrup. They even come with a little spoon on top. A penny a piece. I will cook with these. That's what I will do with those. For 5 cents, and I think tax was a penny, 7 cents on a dollar here in New York. So this is our 5-cent Dollar General haul. I have to say, I think we're going to be doing this every Tuesday. It was so much fun. Again, I'm not going to recommend any one YouTube channel that does these Dollar General penny deals, because I looked at probably 10 and they all had good points. Just search for Dollar General penny deals on YouTube and they will give you a complete tutorial. I just touched the tip of the iceberg, but I was so happy, and we'll be doing this again. Great way to stock up for Christmas gifts too, I'm thinking. Now, we are going to get into the kitchen, and we're going to take a couple of humble packets of hot chocolate mix, and we're going to turn them into a scrumptious chocolate brownie cake dessert. Wow. So here we go. Let's go into the kitchen together. Well, Emmy's in the kitchen again, and we are going to be experimenting. Pure unsweetened cocoa powder right now is so super expensive in the store. I do have some in the pantry, but I also have some hot cocoa mix from the winter. I have plain and I have Starbucks. This Starbucks I bought at 90% off at Acme after the holidays. Now we're going to try to turn these ingredients into a delicious homemade brownie mix. It's going to be like a hot cocoa brownie mix. So you're going to need 1 stick of melted butter. You all who use applesauce could use half and half. I have never tried it with applesauce, so I'm not going to say it's going to work, but I know I get a lot of comments from people who do substitute. You're going to need 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. The original brownie recipe called for 1.25 cups of sugar. Wow, you know I almost fell on the floor. I brought it down to 1/2 cup of sugar because there's sugar in the hot cocoa mixes as well. We really don't need 1.25 cups. That is way too much. 2 eggs and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. That's it. Let's make some delicious homemade hot cocoa brownies. The first thing I did was I took the 2 eggs and cracked them into my mixing bowl. Now I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of sugar, and I am going to beat this for about 3 minutes. We beat the sugar and the eggs for 3 minutes. And now I have 1 stick of melted butter that has been cooled. You don't want to pour in hot melted butter because you will cook the eggs then, and we don't want to do that. And now we're just going to put this on for a minute just to combine everything together. I need 1/2 cup of cocoa mix. Now this is peppermint, so I am going to probably use the least amount of this because Paul is not a huge peppermint fan. So I am going to start out with just these little packages of the rich milk chocolate flavored. Let's see how much is in each package. I thought this was kind of a neat idea. You know me, I'm always trying to think outside the box, use up what we have, right? Okay, we're probably going to need a little bit more. Oh my goodness, look at the difference in color. So this is 3 packets. So that's just about 1/2. Well, obviously, now I know why this is so expensive. What a difference even in color, the Starbucks from the Nestle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our hot chocolate mix, our 2/3 cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and literally a pinch of salt. And we're just going to sift this all together. And I've told you before, I don't use a sifter. I just use a strainer. It works absolutely perfect. This is why we sift. You see all that stuff on the bottom? So I just cut the film because I was like, oh my goodness, what is all this hard stuff at the bottom? Well, it is chopped peppermint candy. So that's going right in there. Now we're just going to take our dry mixture and add it to the wet mixture. And at this point, we're just going to combine it by hand. I'm just folding in the dry ingredients. This is going to be so unique. I'm excited to see how it comes out. It smells like a giant cup of hot chocolate. So I just mixed the dry into the wet, and now I'm pouring it in to an 8-inch greased pan. I didn't mix this too much. I literally mixed it to combine the dry and wet. It's fluffy, but that's because we whipped the eggs a little bit. Now in this bag, if you remember and you follow our channel, I had taken leftover chocolate Santas or chocolate snowmen or something, and I crushed them up. Now what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this and just put it on top. I think it's just going to give it a little extra added something. And this way we use this chocolate up. Now we're going to put this in a 350 oven for about 25 minutes, and then we'll give it a check. This cooked for 25 minutes. I put a toothpick in the center and it came out clean. Now it is almost cool completely. So we are going to cut into this and give it a taste and see how these come out. Well, that came out perfectly. Look at this. These would be great with walnuts. Whatever. Looks delicious. So we're going to have Paul give it a taste as usual.
Hot chocolate brownies. Here it goes. No cup needed. Oh my gosh, this is almost like a cake. It's not, you know, a brownie can be real dense and sometimes gummy on the inside.
Yeah, fudgy.
Yeah, fudgy, I guess that's a word. This is more like a cake. This is very good. This is surprising. The flavor is perfect. The sweetness is perfect. I don't notice the mint or whatever it was. Peppermint.
Good, because you're not a fan of that. I was worried.
No, so I mean, but if you like that, that's great. Yeah, no, this is definitely cool. Yeah, try it.
That hot cocoa brownie / cake, as Paul said, was amazing. 2 thumbs up. It was so good. I actually took one and then I was like, oh, should I have another one? And I'm like, no, I'll be good. I'll wait till today. Think of this. When hot cocoa goes on sale after the holidays, come wintertime, this is a great dessert. Use what you have. Hot cocoa after the holidays goes down, like I said, to 90% off. I got that Starbucks at Acme. It's using something that is out of the ordinary that we normally wouldn't use. You're supposed to use unsweetened cocoa powder in the recipe. Well, why can't we use sweetened cocoa powder? It just turned out so good. So I encourage you to try it. Today's question of the day is along those lines. What is a product or an item that is specifically made for some specific purpose, but you have found a way to use it for another purpose? It could be food, it could be a household item. Share with us. This was a perfect example of switching out hot cocoa mix for unsweetened cocoa. Cheaper, delicious, we use less sugar. It worked all the way around. So what is an item that you know has a specific purpose, but you have totally revamped it to use it in another way? Please share with us down below. Paul and I are off to a busy weekend. Today, which is Friday, we have our church bazaar and flea market, which we're super excited to go and visit, see if we can stock up on maybe some Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. We're going to go and take a peek. Tomorrow, which is Saturday the 18th, we're going to be at the Stormville Flea Market, walking around. You know how much we love that in Stormville, New York. If any of you are up there and you see us, come over and say hi. We would love to meet you. And then Sunday is Father's Day. And we wish all the daddies out there a very, very blessed Father's Day. And I don't know if you noticed, but I think we're over 25,000 subscribers. Thank you. You know what that means next week. Stay tuned because you know what we do every 5,000 subscribers. And this is a milestone, 25,000. So thank you. We are humbled, and we'll talk more about that next week. So we thank you for spending this time with us. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us so much. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave us a comment. We ask you to stay well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. We'll see you soon.